The creation of the heaven and the earth is not a useless purpose. It's a huge claim that whatever you find in the creation of heaven and the earth, the whole universe, you think it's created idly without any use? This is the question. So those people who are ulul albab, they ponder over these things day and night, and the natural result, inference they draw from their heart, speaks and says, "Ma khalaqta, oh God, ma khalaqta hadha batila." This entire universe you have created, how can it be without any purpose? So everything which is created has a purpose and shows a purpose. The birds, the animals, everything in the sea or in the air or on the land has a purpose of its creation which it fulfills and is made to fulfill that purpose. So this is amazing. When I go for a walk, I hear the woodpecker sound, and this is the subject which I have repeatedly told explained to others. Woodpecker is a small bird which pecks at the tree trunks which are a bit hollow from within. And then the worms which are in that tree trunk, they come out. And this bird swallows them. By knocking at the door, if somebody comes out, they eat it. So the amazing thing, the most fantastic thing about this animal is that it strikes the wood so powerfully and with such speed that it's amazing how fast it can move its beak and strike with it. Now the scientists have discovered that although ordinarily hearing this sound, you think it maybe consists of 4 or 5 strikes. But when they recorded it and then reheard it in slow motion, so within a second, perhaps it struck 30 times or so. So I don't know exactly the number, but the number is amazing, how fast it can move and how powerfully it strikes. Now, if this was without purpose and without a design, this bird should have gone mad within a few strikes, because the shock is so powerful that it would create a sense of earthquake in the head, in the brain of that poor animal. But God has provided him, or this bird, with a safety valve between the beak and the brain. There is a small instrument which can be pressed and released. It is resilient. So at the time of every strike, it takes all the load on itself, and no shock wave is permitted to pass on to the brain. Now, do you think this could automatically happen because of evolution? It's impossible. How long this device would take for evolving? By that time, all the woodpeckers in the entire world would have died, completely finished and ousted. So these people who have researched on these things, unfortunately, are blind in their right eye. This is what they observe with the left eye and tell us, this is it. they never think that ma khalaqta hadha batila. So this is one small explanation of the word ma khalaqta hadha batila. And whenever you go out, you'll hear amazing things. The birds are chuckling and making noises and all this. But how was this created, this sound box in their throat? Why? And it has a definite design about it, a purpose and so on. So it's limitless subject. Just take this verse, bring this verse to the focus of your attention, and it will go on opening new windows for you to observe the glory of God.
So this question from Kazakhstan: is it possible for the followers of religions other than Islam to receive any kind of spiritual guidance from God Almighty, which would not necessarily lead them to accept Islam?
You know, these revelations to non-Muslims and even to non-believers are a well-established fact. And it's a sprinkling, sort of sprinkling all over the world to prove to them that there does exist something which knows the unknown facts of life, and which when so decides, will inform you about those secrets. So among scientists, there are many scientists who discovered some great secrets of which they had no knowledge before, only through dreams. And those dreams were fulfilled, and some scientists have written books on this subject. It's amazing how some very difficult questions of chemistry and physics and other sciences, which are absolutely unknown to them, to the scientists who were thinking of it, and they saw it in a dream. Like you might have used sewing machines, etc. Every woman nowadays does it. And how it goes in and goes out and goes on stitching perfectly and so fast. This was something which is absolutely considered impossible by a scientist who was thinking of making such machine. Because the eye of the needle is behind. When you sew a thing with a needle, sewing needle, the eye is behind. So if the eye is behind, it cannot pass through the cloth repeatedly like this, carrying the thread along with it. So he was absolutely flabbergasted, couldn't understand how he can think of such a thing. Then in a dream he saw some cannibals with their swords and with their spears about to attack him. And the spears has eye in the front rather than in the back. The spear has an island sort of eye in the front. So when he got up, he was amazed what sort of dream he has seen. Then he realized the problem, and and said the eye should be put in the front of the needle, not behind it. And this is what you see in all sewing machines. The front of the needle has that eye. There are many such examples of great scientists discovering such secrets of nature which transformed the future of science in that area. this benzene link was also discovered through dream. And there are many such examples which indicate that God shows through dreams things of the secrets of nature to those who do not even believe in God. Again, there are some who are good of heart and acceptable in the sight of God because they are pious people. And certainly they are shown in dreams things which they had never imagined. They have them fulfilled exactly as they had seen it.